Um, I'm going to talk about how to write a book in this presentation. And once again, my name is Chris. I decided to write a fiction book a long time ago. I started actually when I was about 18 years old. I left the Army and not necessarily legally, but I just left the Army and my whole idea was to write a book. So over 20 years later, I finally published the first page of it and I put it on Medium. Medium is the website that I'm on right now, medium.com. It's a blogging website, but it's got a lot of cool features too. So I'm not sure if the idea that I came up with for the book then is the same as now. It's been so long, but I don't think I really started a new idea. I just brainstormed for decades. And I didn't publish anything because I was scared. So I thought then that, and before 2020, I thought you would just follow these steps. That's the only way to really write a good book. You got to get a good idea, go through the whole process of publishing, and then you go live on Kelly and Ryan and maybe make $1 million. But obviously, a great idea has to be clearly communicated to the right people to be successful. And I thought that I couldn't do it. I didn't know how to create something new and exciting, and I was scared to even try. So I knew that a lot of the work that I would have to do, uh, it was going to take time. It was going to take a huge investment. And if I had to communicate that to somebody and they didn't like it, I thought, wow, that would just be such a waste and it would probably ruin me. So I was paralyzed for years. I really never stopped though. I never gave up. I just kept thinking of things, writing a few pages here and there. I studied constantly. I learned about things that I had no reason to learn about. Just if it interested me, I learned about it. I went through a lot of hardship too, a lot of trouble. But I realized in 2021, it's just time to get it done. So I got creative. I had an idea about a year ago, and I knew I had a good idea. I knew it was big. I saw a story that would entertain people. I saw a story that I needed to write, not only for my friends and my family and everybody else out there, but a story I had to write for my children. And I like to do things differently than other people do. So I thought I can start writing this. And if I did it the old way, it'd be toxic. My book is about humans taking back control of our society. And if a company was able to determine how that story went, I felt like it would be hypocritical. I needed a new way to create this book, and I needed a way to market it and write it and get it out there in a way that would not only foster some community and engagement, but also help me come up with the ideas that I need. Because to be honest, when you're trying to write a book that will help you take back control of society and save the world, it's pretty tough for one person to do by themselves. So um, I decided to self publish it. I think self publishing is the way to go because it's going to give me the most freedom. And I've watched how new technologies have changed everything. With journalism, you've got backpack journalists. It took down a ton of papers. It took down news as the way we know it. You can kind of see the effects of that today. Anybody can be a journalist, and none of us really know who to believe. Artists and writers have a lot more freedom now, considering musicians can publish their work and still make it. They don't have to pay the publishing company. Writers can do the same thing. So you have to know some stuff to publish your own book and be successful, I think. I've worked as an editor in the past. I've also worked in a marketing department for a college. I've worked in sales. I've had a lot of jobs where writing is a key part of the job. And really, I can't think of a job I've had or anybody else has had where you don't have to write or read every day. It's pretty common. Even if you're just reading warning labels on the machines you're using, you're reading all the time. So obviously, when you get a good idea, you just have to do whatever you can to get it out there. I believe that there's only one thing left to do on this planet, and that is pretty much whatever we want. So I'm writing this book for my friends and my family, and most importantly, my kids, because that's what I want to do. My first draft is underway. I could sit down and write it all at once, but I'm doing this now a different way. I'm publishing pages so my friends can help me. I'm writing nonfiction stuff as part of the book. I'm putting pictures, poetry, videos, music, and more into my story. I'm letting my friends read and help me edit while I go. On this medium, you can actually highlight something. You can leave a comment if you want. Oh, I can't type. Been a pretty good journey so far. I'm a few months into the publishing process, and I've reconnected with a lot of old friends. I'm publishing my book just the way I want to, and they're enjoying reading it. And it's kind of a good trip. It's a fun story. I don't plan on ever really ending it because it would be a bad thing, I think, if this one ends. I don't know exactly where it begins, but I'm guessing probably around the time humans came into existence. And it is a journey through time and space, obviously. It's a journey through our own minds. And I think we've innovated our way towards extinction. Again, is probably something you'll have to read the book to understand. My book's not a book, it's a story. It's a story across all mediums. It's something that has no classification that I'm aware of yet. I'm calling it a story. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you help write it and that we can save this world. Down here, you can kind of see some of the stuff I put together. It was a little bit of a joke, but these are things that I'm doing to help promote the book as I write it. It's pretty cool. I have a lot of friends that do a lot of this stuff already. And I know a lot about it. So it's pretty fun to get to work with a bunch of people I know and don't know, to promote something that I really enjoy doing. So I just want to say thanks for listening to me talk here. Really appreciate this class and everything that I'm learning at Governor State so far. And if you guys want to check this out at all, you can just click a link, go to chrisweberwrites.medium.com, and this is the name of my book. Thanks.